What's up, guys? Today we're gonna talk about the uniforms and the new characters from Captain Marvel update. Now, for the Captain Marvel uniform, I did two separate videos, one where I build her up and one when I show you some gameplay in ABX and World Boss Ultimate. Now we're gonna talk about the rest, and starting off with Nick Fury. Yeah, he is the best support in the game at this time. It appears he is very good for powerful characters that don't have a good leadership. Now, why do I say this? It's because his leadership is amazing. I think he's one of the best in the game, and his tier 2 passive is also the best for a support, of course. Now, if you think about powerful characters that don't have a good leadership, well, Sharon Rogers come to mind very fast. She's an amazing character, tier 3 and all that, but her leadership, man, that's very bad. So when you play Sharon Rogers, you need a leadership and a support with her. So basically, Nick Fury does them both. So they're a good pair. Also, some other characters that are very good but don't have great leaderships are Cable. Well, you can say that Cable's leadership is useful in some situations but not in all. Psylocke, Johnny Storm, Luna Snow. There are a lot of characters in this situation. Thor, but there are some that like for instance Scarlet Witch. You can use Scarlet Witch with two supports like let's say Shuri and Coulson because they are free to play. Yeah, you can basically do that, and then yeah, Fury would be better than them, but not by far. Also, the leadership is Scarlet Witch has 45, Nick Fury has 50. Yes, Nick Fury is still better, but not by that much. Alright, so as far as playing as Nick Fury, well, he can survive a bit in World Boss Ultimate and in Giant Boss Raid because of his fifth skill. That is this one, the Shield Airstrike, that grants the immunity bubble. This is good in Giant Boss Raid. Now in Giant Boss Raid, sometimes you have to switch because you get that debuff or whatever. And having a support that can actually do something and not just stay there or die, it's very good, yeah. And you also help your teammates with that bubble, so that's pretty good on him. Also, he can do Shadowlands, but then again, there are so many characters that can do Shadowlands these days. It's no competition. I mean, yeah, he probably can clear some, I don't know, stage 20, but let's be real. You don't build Nick Fury to clear Shadowlands, or maybe you do. Well, I guess whatever. All right, so if you have a subscription, yes, get Nick Fury. He will help you a lot, or rather, he will help your other character push some World Boss Ultimate stages, which is what I'm planning to do with him. Now, let's talk about the uniform. First of all, it looks worse, right? I mean, I'd rather have this rather than this as a look. I mean, yeah. The airstrike skill is enhanced, and also his passive, his tier 2 passive is increased, but not by that much. I mean, 5% ish. 5% is not that much unless you're pushing like extremely hard. 5% won't make that much of a difference. So, unfortunately, I think this uniform is overpriced. Yeah, because okay, let's set aside this for a second, that 5%. If you buy this uniform, like what are you gonna do more with Nick Fury? Well, you can do some Shadowlands stages, as I said. I don't think this uniform will make him better in PvP, and it won't make him better in PvE. It's just, this uniform is just that 5% in my eyes. And 1000 gems for 5% for me at this time it's a bit much, yeah. So I'm gonna completely skip this one. Also, he looks better, so yeah. Okay, now on to the next one will be Minerva. Now, Minerva is a so-and-so character. I think it's a run-of-the-mill, decent character that is good. Yes, build her up, but there is no need to rush. She will be able to clear some world boss ultimate. She will be decent in giant boss raid, but don't use her as the main damage output character. And also, she will of course clear some Shadowlands stages. Now, she is just not amazing. What can I say? She is, let's say, basic, I guess. Decent, not meta, not trash. She's just middle ground. But she also has a uniform. Now, this uniform, I think this uniform is pretty good because of the fact that she is a combat villain and she can play that ABX combat villain day, and you don't have a lot to choose from in that day. Like, the only good one is Apocalypse, and he's not amazing. Let's just say time hasn't been good to Apocalypse, but with this uniform I think what we're gonna see, it's a bit of a Winter Soldier effect. Now that means that her skills are not that flashy, not that amazing, but the damage, the raw damage amount on those skills, I think that's gonna be pretty amazing to watch. So in my eyes, this uniform is simply, do you play ABX? If yes, buy. If you don't really care that much about ABX, then don't buy. In my opinion, this uniform looks better, and the skills definitely look better. In her like, look, she's using cars as, I don't know, gauntlets, I guess, and in this uniform she just shoots a rifle. So yeah, if you play BX, buy this one. If you don't, just skip it altogether. Moving on to Korath, he doesn't have a uniform, and he is also a middle ground character. He's not a support, his leadership is just the wackest. So basically this guy is, you build him up for, I guess, a stage of Shadowlands, because he's not gonna help you in anything else. I mean, I'm gonna build him up just because it's easy to build with Shadowlands selectors, but I'm taking my time with this guy. He's not really a priority to me. Now it does look like his damage will jump up when you get him to tier 2, but I don't know. I just feel like he's another middle road character. Also, his typing is speed villain. Now Minerva has a bit of an advantage over Korath because she's a combat villain and you need her for that ABX, but there are a million other speed villains that are better, like Vulture comes to mind. I think Vulture is way better. So yeah, Korath, I guess build him, but don't rush him because you don't have a reason. And going to the last guy, Ronan. Man, Ronan, he is so old in this game, and he was so bad in this game. Even though he had a uniform, this Annihilation one, I think this is a pretty useless uniform. It's one of the oldest, so well, can't complain that much. But with this, now also keep in mind, this is a premium uniform, so this guy should wreck shop, but he doesn't really. Now of course he gets better. I have a saying, it's an Infinity Warp type uniform. Now what do I mean by that? He was crap, like literal garbage. He got this uniform, which is a premium uniform, and now he's playable. Like all the Infinity War characters. Let's say Rocket Raccoon was crap, got his Infinity War, now he's playable. Winter Soldier was crap, got his Infinity War, now he's a little more than playable. Hulkbuster was crap, got his Infinity War, now he's playable. So I think that's the treatment that Ronan had. Also, I see that his increased damage to superheroes is 25%. This might look like he's gonna be a powerhouse in dealing with heroes, but I mean, I don't think this will make him meta in any way. Now, I think this uniform also gives him super armor on this. I'm not sure. He might have had this one uh, in the previous uniform, but whatever. So, yeah, with this uniform, he's playable. Without it, he's not. If you like him, buy this uniform, I guess. His typing is also a universal villain, and oh my god, how many universal villains there are with all the Black Order and that. So I'd rather buy a Black Order uniform rather than this. Now, of course, it's up to you, but keep in mind though, Ronan is very easy build. You can get him the Dimension Rifts, and you can also get him with Selector of course. So yeah, he's easy to build. He is easy to build, and also of course he will be able to clear Shadowlands easy, because with his uniform, this 2 skill, uh, it's basically infinite. It's like Cyclops' 5th skill and well, Cable's 5th skill and all of that. So you basically press this button and you finish the Shadowlands stage. So for Shadowlands, I guess if you're a new player, this can be an option, because as I said, he's easy to build. And that's that. I'm not gonna build him, and I'm not gonna buy that uniform. I have better things to do with my gems. So yeah, that's why I skipped on all of those uniforms, and why I'm building Minerva and Korath at a snail's pace. Now I'm thinking about buying Nick Fury's uniform, but I'm not sure about that. It's the price. The price is still high. Like where are you, Nick Fury? I cannot find you. All right, here you are. Again, that 5%, man. I really want to push with him. I mean, not with him, but with him as a support. I really want to push some World Boss Ultimate, but I don't know. 1000 gems is too much for 5%. That's that. And also he looks worse, so I guess whatever. All right, so that's those are my thoughts on this on those characters and uniforms, and I'll see you guys in the next one.